Hello, I'm Adele. I'm the instruction librarian at the George campus in Wilmington, and I want to show you how to use one of our databases called the EbscoHost database to find scholarly academic research. You can see I'm on the student resources page from the MyDTCC website, and I want to draw your attention to the far right-hand side of the page where there's a blue banner that says library. Scroll down a little bit, and under databases, we're going to look at the third one, which is EbscoHost database. And there's many different components and databases within EbscoHost. You can see their names. Academic Search Complete's the first one, and that's, you can read the description when you have time. But this is scholarly, multidisciplinary, full text articles coming from 8,500 full text journals. There's Masterfile Complete, which complements academic search, but it's not as intense as the other one, as academic. If you're doing research on a medical topic or anything related to health, there's CINAHL Complete, Health Source, and Medline. And if you wanted to choose these, you would just tick in the box to search those databases. You can search multiple databases within EbscoHost during the same search. Further down the list, we have databases pertaining to education topics such as Education Research Complete and ERIC. If you are writing or doing research on a topic related to business, there's Business Source Complete and Regional Business News, as well as Small Business Center. And scrolling towards the bottom of the list, we have Environment Complete and Greenfile, which would pertain to the human impact on the environment, and I'm getting that from the description. A lot of these databases will give you the ability to search and limit your search so you can get the full text from the articles. But let me get us back to the top of the page. I'm going to search the 3 medical databases that I highlighted, as well as Academic Search Complete. So I can search 4 databases in one go. I'm going to do, once you've selected your databases, you want to click on the yellow continue box. And at this point, you want to enter your keywords, and which would just be what topic you're studying. So I'm going to look up mental health. And you can see I just typed in mental health, and it's giving me kind of auto suggestions on ways to streamline my research, but I just want to look and see what we have with mental health and in general. So let me just click search, and that's the green bar to the right. So without limiting this in any way, and I wanted to show you a really broad search so you would learn ways to narrow this down. I have over 1 million hits, which you can see that towards the top of the page on the left where it says search results. That seems like a lot, and 1 million is a lot to go through. But if you were to just put the keywords mental health in a Google search, you would find you're hitting way more information or way more research results than I'm getting with my search. Ways we can limit this, and I'm doing it step by step to show you, but when you're doing your search, you can put all your limits in from the beginning. But notice on the left-hand side where it says limit to, I can limit to full text. So not everything available in EBSCO is available as a full text article. Taking a look at the first search result, health system strengthening in 4 sub-Saharan African countries. That's the title of the article, but there's no link within this for the full text. So that one I'd have to try to get the source outside of EBScoHost, and that's another step in the process. So let's look. Anything with full text finder, that's kind of making you go through another process. Looking for something with full text. Okay, the whole first 10 results, nothing is available as full text. So let me definitely narrow that down and limit to full text. Click that on the left. And then you can see we cut it up more than in half. So now we're down to from over 1 million to 417,000 search results where the full text is available. But you can see as well that there's a link for the PDF full text. Now, mental health is very, very broad. So I'm going to add another search term to kind of narrow down and get more directed in what I'm looking for. I'm going to put, how about mental health? And then you can see autofill. I can do, there's suggesting possibly social media or exercise or college students. I want to take a look at mental health and addiction. I'm going to just click on those keywords, and we're down to 36,000 hits that are available as a full text. But notice too the breakdown in the year. So the earliest article I have available through this database is from 1933 to the current year, 2022. There's most of your research, your instructors are going to want newer information unless you're doing a comparison of how mental health was treated 100 years ago. Then it would be relevant to look at something from 1933. But if you're looking for current information, we usually, the rule of thumb is usually within the last 5 years. So let me change that date so we can go to maybe 2016 to current time. And let's see what search results we get. Okay, so we went from over 1 million to 36,000. Now we're down to 14,000. And take a look at the first one. This is the title, How the Norwegian Population Was Affected by Non-Pharmaceutical Interventions During the First 6 Weeks of COVID. So if I'm looking for this topic would work if I'm interested in mental health, especially highlighting COVID. If I want more information about the article, hover over on the right-hand side where there's a little magnifying glass against the paper, and this gives me an abstract, which is a brief summary of the article to see what it's about. I don't have to read all the pages to see if it's something I'm interested in. So this looks interesting to me, so I want to get the whole article. Click on the PDF link for that, and it gives me the article as it was published in the title of the journal, Scandinavian Journal of Public Health. So once I'm in the full text of the article, you have choices, and you might have noticed that a new banner shows up on your right-hand side of once you're in the full text, what can you do with the article? You can save it to your Google Drive. That's your first option. You can print it. You can email it to yourself. You can create an account and add it to a folder. You can cite it. That's the one that looks like the yellowed piece of paper. And citation's always important when you're using sources that's not your own information. You need to credit the source of the information. So click on that little yellow piece of paper and it brings up citation formats. It's important to note that there's many styles of citation, especially globally. You want to make sure that you're looking at the APA 7th edition citation because it's different. The first standard that comes up is Brazilian National Standards, and their citation looks a lot different than what we're using for APA. So take a look at this. That's your citation. So when you're emailing yourself, and that's the third choice down on the right, you can email this article, put in your own email address, and choose that you want the citation format. Click on that little radio button on the right. It says include when sending, and change it to the standard that you need, the citation, which is APA 7th. And then click send, and that article will be emailed to me shortly. So I always encourage students, don't do one article and done, because maybe when you're reading this, it's not exactly what you're looking for. So go back to the green banner on the top on the left where it says results list, and you can look at other results to see if there's something else that you might like better, or something else that would complement this article and work well together. So because I'm looking at addiction, there's many types of addiction. The third article, this is specific to social media addiction for Facebook. So if you wanted to narrow it down again, you could put in social media, or you can just look at the articles as we have them. So if I look at, let's go back to this still logged in, hover over the magnifying glass. And another thing to pay attention to, there's so many pieces of information that I'm trying to share with you. It also gives me other subject terms. Use those if you need to. And definitely look at the abstract, because that's a quick, succinct way that you can find out what this article is about. If you have any additional questions or need assistance navigating EbscoHost, I encourage you to reach out to your campus library. A librarian will work with you to help you find resources that are suitable for your research paper or assignments. Remember that we are here to support you, and we want you to be successful in your classes at Deltec. Thank you very much.